Don't think that I'm over it. All those things you said back then, wanna play it all again. And you can try to be better. Oh, 'cause I always remember that one night, tearing up the town till daylight. Said you'd never leave me, then you said goodbye, left me waiting.
Hey guys, Bailey here from Carp and welcome back to another video. Today you join me at the beautiful Suffolk water park. As you can see, I'm standing outside of Beck's Tackle Shop, which is on site, and you also have a beautiful diner as well, which you can get breakfast and lunch. But we're going to show you around all the lakes. But for our session, we'll be setting up on the Big Fish Lake. But we'll show you all the lakes, and we'll go into more detail about the tackle shop and the diner.
It'll be alright. It'll be just fine. It'll be alright tonight. Tried hard not to let you in. Never thought it would come to this, but that was all pretend.
And that is the Big Fish Lake. What a venue it is. What else do I need to say really? Full of big carp. And when I say full, there's about 145, 150 fish in there. About 25, maybe 30 of them push, 30 pounds, and a handful of them are pushing that 40-pound barrier. What a venue this is. You've got fish like the cluster, pushing around mid-30s now, and you've got fish like the carrot, a beautiful big koi, which over the years has slightly got lighter and lighter, but what a fish that is. That's a fish I would love to catch. As you can tell though, we've packed up here. We're going to show you around the rest of the lakes, but yeah, this is the first one, the Big Fish Lake. What a venue it is.
It'll be alright. It'll be just fine. It'll be alright tonight. It'll be just fine. 'Cause I always remember that one night, tearing up the town till daylight. Said you'd never leave me, then you said goodbye, left me waiting here till next time. Don't think that I'm over it. All those things you said back then, wanna play it all again. And you can try to be better. Oh, 'cause I always remember that one night, tearing up the town till daylight. Said you'd never leave me, then you said goodbye, left me waiting here till next time. And I know it'll be just fine. And I know it'll be alright. It'll be just fine. It'll be alright tonight. Tried hard not to let you in. Never thought it would come to this, but that was all pretend. And you knew better, 'cause I always remember.
And there it is, our first fish of the session. What a beautiful carp it is. Scale perfect common. Looks like a wood carving. What an immaculate fish. Well happy with this one. As you can tell, it's a blazing hot morning, end of the first night. Yeah, it was so exciting seeing that fish go over the cord, especially on our first night here. But I thought, as it's really hot at the moment and fish aren't really feeding, we're going to get a few floaters out in a bit just to see if we can get them up on top. But to be quite honest with you, I haven't seen any either. So yeah, we're going to give it a go, but I thought I'd take the time now to show you the rig and the baiting up that we used to catch that carp last night. This is the Ronnie rig. Doesn't need an introduction, everyone knows what it is. It's a brilliant rig. I'll show you how I fish it and how I've been baiting up around it. So, how I fish it is with a really buoyant pop-up. This is so I know that all night that's going to stay up, and with more hens coming in and birds, I know that's still going to be buoyant. So I use the craft catcher, raspberry black pepper. I also use a range of pop-ups like the king prawn, but for today's session, to keep away from the bream as best as I can, I'm using the fruitier flavour with the raspberry and black pepper. Then we move down to a micro rig ring swivel. That's threaded onto the hook. Then we also have a hook bead to stop that ring swivel coming off. The hook is a size 6 curved shank with a bit of putty on it just to keep it down. And then we have a supple boom section. Now this is because we're fishing over a silty bottom. There's two main features in the swim behind me. There's two silty gullies. Now because I don't know what that silt is and how deep it is or anything like that, I'm fishing a supple boom section, so anything on the bottom like sticks or anything like that, that will lay over the top and kick out away every time it gets picked up if I get spat out. And then also at the end I have an anti-tangle sleeve which just kicks away from the lead when I cast. So you know that's all sitting nice and pretty, waiting for that big carp's mouth to come along and suck it up. That's how I fish it. Now to show you how I bait it. What we're doing is spodding over particles of boilies and chopped boilies. This is because all fish love particles, and carp especially love it. And it's done to do. We've caught one. We'd like to catch a few more, obviously who doesn't? But yeah, tomorrow we'll go around the lakes as it's supposed to be raining today. But it clearly isn't at the moment. But tomorrow it's supposed to be really sunny like it is now. So we'll go around the lakes and see, and we'll show you a bit of the lakes and see if we can catch them off the top. So this is the match lake, the first of 3 match lakes available on the Suffolk Water Park complex. Match Lake 1, what a beautiful lake it is. Weeping willows all around surrounding each swim, and a really decked out swim it is, with wood chippings and a solid wood deck just for comfort really. Now let's get onto the fishing here. There are carp in here up to £20, both mirror and common. Some beautiful fish indeed in here. I've seen a few on the top. Haven't caught one yet, but we'll give it a go. There are also tench and bream, up to £6, £7, which is great specimen fish and great to have a laugh on. There are also your standard silverfish as well, and a lot of them in here because it's a match lake. They use it for matches on, I think it's Wednesday, so if you ever do want to come down on a match, ask the boys in the tackle shop and they'll sort you out. But there are roach, rods and I believe some big perch in here. So we'll definitely in the winter be coming back and having a go at that. But that's the Match Lake 1. Let's move on to our next venue. We're now on to the match lake 2. I'm trying to keep it down as much as I can because there's a few carp milling around on the surface, and we know for a fact there's no match on here, so we're going to see if we can get them on the top, but we're not 100% sure they're coming up. There's a beautiful fully scaled mirror which I'd love to catch, which you can see right behind me. But yeah, this is match lake 2. In the lake we have a load of silverfish, so you have your roach, your rudd, your bream, and they've got tension here as well. They've got a few carp up to double figures, they say. There we go, it's started taking mixes now. So hopefully we're going to catch some of those carp. But yeah, this is more for float fishing, I'd say, and fishing for smaller fish. Oh, that's getting me so excited. I'm going to go get the rod out. We'll go again, hopefully catch a carp. So this is the donut, or Match Lake 3 as it's known. It's called the donut for one reason and one reason only. It's in the shape of a donut. The water is like a moat around an island. But yeah, it's a really, really beautiful place. The fish in here, you have your bog standard silverfish, so your roach, your rudd, your perch. You have a good head of tension bream. I've told there's a lot of them in here, and they go up to 5 or 6 pounds. However, the carp in here are only 1 or 2 pounds, but they're great fun on a little pellet waggler or a float. So that's the donut. Let's move on to our next venue. This is the training lake. This lake is purposely built for getting youngsters into fishing or getting older people into fishing, and basically just teaching them the ropes. I'm not 100% sure what's in here, if I'm completely honest with you. I know there's a lot of silverfish in here because I believe that's what they mainly do, is float fishing. I don't know whether there's any carp in here. It's quite untapped, if anything, if I'm honest. But yeah, that's the training lake for you. If you ever do want to start getting into fishing, this is the lake to go on. This is the canal, a long, thin piece of water. This is still water, it's not an actual canal. They call it the canal because they've put a boat in here for rental purposes. I believe that's what they're trying to do with it anyway, and it does look like a canal. In here are a handful of carp. We saw one of the bigger ones today. We fired a few mixes to it, but it just spooked off him straight away. Went down and just hid in the weed. Speaking of weed, there's a lot of it in here. As you can tell, just standing on the boat, I can see a lot of patches on it. By the looks of it, it looks shallow. I don't know much about the lake, I'll tell you that much, but I know that there's a lot of silverfish, a lot of roach, and a big roach as well, to 2-3 pounds, and there's a lot of perch in here as well. You've got a good head of roach, and a good head of bream, and a good head of tench. There's some big tench to 10 pounds, but yeah, get me off this boat, I'm scared to fall in. So guys, this is the traditional lake. It holds carp up to roughly 30 pounds, and it's got a lot of them in here as well. It's a bit of a runs water, so if you're looking for a bend in the rod, this is the place to come. However, we've been fishing here for a few hours now, but we've decided to stay here and try and get a bite. It's been tough. We've had a 1 and 2, but yeah, it's been really tough. The weather's been against us. Talk about last knocking.
Don't think that I'm over it. All those things you said back then, wanna play it all again. And you can try to be better. Oh, 'cause I always remember that one night, tearing up the town till daylight. Said you'd never leave me, then you said goodbye, left me waiting here till next time. And I know
from. That's what we were after. What a peach. 15 pounds and a half on the 6 foot scope. King prawn boilie on the little Ronnie rig. Nailed him first time. The power on that tail, just, oh, it was immense. The fight was crazy, as you saw underneath my other rod. That tail just acts like almost like a propeller, just pushing him forward and driving him forward. Oh, it's a little bit lively. I'm gonna get clobbered in a minute. But yeah, that is one mental fish. I'm absolutely well chuffed with this. This is why we came to Suffolk Water Park. What a banger.
It'll be just fine. And I know it'll be alright. It'll be just fine. It'll be alright tonight. Am I a fool for ever thinking I could make it? What to do? Not sure if I can take it anymore.
Ooh, it's not bad. Hey, what, he's milking this, isn't you? That's a nice fish.
Silence in your eyes. What's the point when you don't know how hard I try? I
So, we stayed till the following morning. Came down to the Trad Lake to see if we could get a few on the top. It's been really tough, if I'm honest with you. What a beautiful fish this is. Second fully scaled. Mwah! It's a beautiful carp. Cheeky last carp just before we leave. What a beautiful mirror this is. Beautiful apple slice scales down its side. Cracking fight as well, run me ragged. Beautiful fish. Lovely times.